Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Josh Thomas here from TheBitBlock, and I am joined by the one and only Rogers Bass.
What is going on, everybody? Are you excited for the new Banjo-Kazooie game?
Well, it's not exactly a new band. It pretty much is, but I think with
This
better
is
characters.
Exactly oh, absolutely. I love that they're doing it this way. I really do.
Yeah. So, in case people are completely in the dark, we're talking about Yooka-Laylee today, which is a brand new 3D platforming adventure game, something that I personally, and I know a lot of people agree, have wanted from video games for a long time. It is being created by veterans from Rareware who made so many classic, awesome games on Nintendo consoles. The Kickstarter just went up this morning, and it's already funded. So
it's already double funded.
Yeah.
So it went up 2 hours ago, and it already is double what they initially asked.
Right.
Which is insane.
I actually have it open right now. It's almost at 400,000 pounds from what I'm looking here. Is there a way to look at the Kickstarter through like dollars, like an American version of Kickstarter? Or?
I think there is. Yeah,
okay, I'm just looking.
I don't know how to do it.
Basically, it's clear that this game is already hugely successful in a matter of a couple hours.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I was waiting, and I know a lot of other people were waiting too. I know you were driving when it went live.
Right.
But I actually had no idea that it was going to go live at like 9 o'clock. I thought I was going to wake up and it was going to be live at midnight. And so I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God, it's going to go live at 9. I'll like record when it goes live and I'll see what's going on. And yeah, within 40 minutes, I had like a live recording of the screen. And within 40 minutes, it had already passed its funding goal. People were tweeting about it live, talking about how excited they were to fund it. Grant Kirkhope, some of the other guys in the Platonics team, they were tweeting out at people, retweeting people, talking about it, just sort of like bringing the hype. And yeah, I mean, they've already met like 3 of these stretch goals. It's insane.
By the time this video goes up in a few hours, I would have no doubt that it's already like at 500,000 pounds here.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably be at like 500 by the time you put it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh God! So where do we start? First of all, let's talk about our initial thoughts of like the 2 characters.
Love them.
I just said it like at the start of this. I actually like them more than Banjo and Kazooie. I think
I wouldn't go that far.
Their color palette is way. I think their color palette is way more appealing. I think they're more unique than just being a bear. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I do think.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I do think a lizard and bat combo is really cool, and that's not what I expected when we first talked about this. I remember saying like one of them looked like a lizard, so like chameleon makes sense. We kind of got that one on the mark, but I don't think anybody called the bats. I don't think anybody said that Laylee was gonna be a bat.
What was the most common thing people were saying?
I don't even remember. Like I'd have to go back and look, but some people were saying like, I don't know, but it wasn't a bat. I can tell you right now, it wasn't a bat.
Okay. I actually thought the lizard was a panther, so I was dead wrong on that.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. That's
right. So do you want to go ahead and start talking a little bit about like some of the basic features of the game? Because I know that you've had a lot more time to look over the Kickstarter than I have.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, one thing that I love about these 2 characters, while we're jumping on it in terms of like features, is that Yooka and Laylee both have very unique abilities, whereas in Banjo-Kazooie, basically Kazooie was the one doing everything. It sounds like the special moves will be relegated to both characters this time. So like Yooka, because he's a chameleon, will be able to like grapple things with his tongue. Laylee, because she's a bat, is going to be able to shoot out like sonar blasts. She still flaps similar to Kazooie. The roll, when they roll, basically Laylee gets on top of Yooka and then rolls on him like a ball, similar to what Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong did in the old Donkey Kong Country games when they roll. These gorgeous 3D worlds. Basically, how it sounds right now is you go through these worlds and you collect these little things called pages, and these open up more worlds for you to unlock. So basically, there's like an in-game construction crew, and then as you give them pages, they build more worlds for you, which I think is a really interesting way to go through the adventure. I think it's kind of neat. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, beyond that, there really isn't much more other than the fact that you collect pages, you unlock new worlds. And one thing that I think is really interesting is that these pages not only unlock new worlds, they also unlock new portions of the worlds you've already unlocked. So basically in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, you would unlock a world and then you just go explore that world. But if you chose, you could play through all of the previous world before you get to the new one. And that doesn't sound like it's the case here. It sounds like you unlock new portions of old worlds as you're going through the game, which I think is kind of cool because then it adds replay value to the stuff you've already explored.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think that's a really unique, interesting idea.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was going to point out, and I'm probably jumping the gun here, but I actually just got excited about it before recording this. They're going to add multiplayer in it, which has me
so that's something that
excited.
I guess was a stretch goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm pumped.
It's according to this, it's 4-player local, like a battle mode type deal, and everybody knows how much I love battle mode, so that has me incredibly excited. I'm actually looking to the Kickstarter here for the first time. Well, like second time.
It's so funny.
I actually looked at their Kickstarter while driving home on an interstate, which is probably not the safest idea, but I had to check it out.
I love something they pointed out, by the way, because this is the team that did Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong 64, and they specifically mentioned that the collectibles will all be important to the story. They're not just going to be collecting things, just to collect things. So they even mentioned in the Kickstarter, it says, every collectible type in our new game will expand gameplay in a meaningful way. Yes, we employ the man responsible for Donkey Kong 64's myriad of trinkets, but we've had a stern word with him. Our main collectible pages are used to unlock and expand new worlds in Yooka-Laylee, which I think is great.
Yeah, it's true. I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong 64 on the Wii U Virtual Console. Well, is it called the Virtual Console? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
but,
it's Virtual Console. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually planning on doing a Let's Play of that. Now I'm like hesitant.
It's fun because I love playing a real 3D adventure game. But man, some of the collectibles are crazy out of hand. Like too many.
Get 100 bananas.
Yeah.
5 characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have different colored bananas that appear based on like what character you're being, and it's really complicated. Yeah. One of the things I'm noticing here, I don't know, we have like no basic direction to this discussion. I'm just looking at stuff.
I think that's fine because it's fun. It's more like a live reaction.
This pretty much is a live reaction for me. I'm looking, they have a 64-bit edition where you would get a 64 retro box like that looks like an N64 game and a signed manual. Yeah. That's amazing. I think that's for one of the donation or one of the funding goals, like one of the
I think it's
tiers.
It's like $535 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you get a retro box, you get an N64 cartridge, but the cartridge is actually a 64 gigabyte flash drive, which is really cool. And you get a signed manual as well, which I think is really neat. Yeah,
they definitely it seems like they put a lot of thought in coming up with really fun, interesting funding tiers for this. Because like some of them are like,
one thing.
Go ahead.
One thing I did want to talk about in terms of like funding tiers is that toy box, because you asked me before we started.
Yeah, what is that? What is the toy box?
So the toy box is basically a pre-release demo that they're going to release on Windows and Mac and Linux, like all the different PC platforms. Well, you'll be able to go in and play through like a designated level just called the toy box that they're going to create specifically for Kickstarter backers in order to like get yourself accustomed with the moves of the new characters. Mm-hmm. So it'll be like its own contained level. All unique assets. It's not taking parts from the rest of the game. It's its whole separate thing where you could just play through a bit of the game early that's unique for Kickstarter backers, and you get to like learn Yooka and Laylee's like specific new techniques, which I think is kind of neat. So
when I heard toy box, I thought it was something like Disney Infinity's toy box, and I was gonna say, what?
Right. Right. No, it's nothing like that.
Okay. Did you get a chance to listen to any of the music? There's some samples of music.
Oh my god. So good. It's so good. Both of the tracks are good. There's like a sample that was done by Grant Kirkhope, and there's a sample that's done by David Wise. And the David Wise one sounds a little more like orchestrated, and it's wonderful. But the one that's done by Grant Kirkhope was actually the one that was teased in that Vine yesterday, where it's like bum 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 bum.
Banjo music, basically.
It's totally banjo music. Yeah.
A lot of the music does sound like it literally just came from Banjo-Kazooie, which is a good thing.
Oh, totally a good thing. Yeah, I love that team.
Does this
David Wise, Grant Kirkhope, Steve Burke. Perfect.
Does this Kickstarter mention anything about a release date? Oh, October of 2016.
October 2016. Yep.
So that's quite a ways, actually.
Not really, though. I mean, it's a little over a year, but I think considering...
It's a year and a half.
By the way, all of this stuff that's in this Kickstarter is only with 3 months of development.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's
this is
pretty
made
amazing.
With 3... That's incredible. Could you imagine what they're going to do with the year and a half? Oh my God, it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the visuals so far in terms of like, how can I put it? Like technology-wise, what do you think?
I think it looks great. For 3 months in development, that looks great. It looks like an HD Banjo-Kazooie game. I think they could put a little more work into like the textures like that's on the ground, like grass or like different textures of the enemies or stuff. But I mean, it's 3 months in development.
Right.
I can't critique this. This 3 months in development is astounding to me. So I'm completely down.
So I think the game looks really good. I love the character design. I like what they're doing, but it's a little hollow. I mean, I'm not critiquing it. Like, I get that it's only 3 months. I think for 3 months, it's amazing. But I do hope in the final game, it doesn't look so empty. And they're maybe flexing the technology muscle a little more that we're used to with Rare. Like, with Rare games, we're used to them looking like some of the best games on a console. Whereas this would kind of not necessarily stand out as being one of the best looking games on a console as we're seeing it now.
Right.
Like,
I do think that they're going to make it look really nice, though.
Yeah, I mean, I do too.
Xbox One and PS4. Yeah, I do think they are going to flesh it out eventually, and it's going to look really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Like, for example, one of the things that I would expect from Rare's developers is like the grass not being a flat, decent-looking texture, and instead actually being like a grass effect.
Yeah.
But it looks good. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. I think it looks great. I love the character design, the lighting, and everything. But I do hope that, as time goes by, they do beef things up a bit.
And I'm absolutely sure they will.
So yeah, anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything else you wanted to point out?
I think it's cool that like each world basically has a secret arcade game inside of the world, and it's going to be like little 8-bit retro challenges that you can do to claim like new pages. Yeah, so that's something they actually announced. Each world is going to have like hidden arcade machines that has like little 8-bit mini games that you can play, which I think is really neat.
Wow, that's sort of like in Donkey Kong 64, you can find a little hidden arcade machine where you can play the original Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
Did you not know
actually,
that?
On top of... Oh, no, I did know that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Of course. I played Donkey Kong 64
You acted
before.
surprised.
You're the one who's never played it before.
You're acting surprised.
No, I said yeah. No, and then one other thing I think is interesting is their name is Playtonic Games, and they actually talk about what Playtonics are in the game. So basically, Playtonics are unique gameplay modifiers, and you could use them to customize your gameplay. So if you want to run faster or hit harder or fly further, you give yourself like a Playtonic, and you could play suited to how you want to play it, which I think is kind of neat as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you can customize your character.
For sure. We should go through these stretch goals, though.
Do it.
There's a lot of neat stuff here.
I'm really distracted in this discussion. I'm just looking through this. So you're gonna need to be the adult in this discussion.
That's fine. So at 175 pounds, what they already passed, PC, Mac, and Linux are going to get a release date day one, with console releases to follow in English. That's already passed. Every level already is going to get a unique epic boss battle, similar to the original Banjo-Tooie, I guess. Banjo-Kazooie had bosses in some levels, but not every level. But Banjo-Tooie had a boss in every level. They're all going to have unique boss tunes, which is great because I love the boss music in Banjo-Tooie. It's by the team that did the music for Banjo-Tooie. That's already been passed. That's a stretch goal they've already passed. A pre-final boss quiz show, similar to the quiz show in Banjo-Kazooie before the end of the game. That is going to be in the game as well for a mystery prize. That is at 330 pounds. They've already passed that. Transformations have been confirmed now as well as a stretch goal. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a character similar to Mumbo Jumbo, who's going to transform the main characters. But yes, transformations into unexpected things with unique controls and abilities and a new NPC character are confirmed at 395, which is going to be passed by the time we make this video live. Some of the other stretch goals include a mix of 2.5D and 3D minecart sections. Y'all know how we love these minecart sections in our 3D platformers. So that's something that will probably also be passed by the time this video goes up. That's at 435,000 pounds. Local co-op buddy mode, so a second player can help their bestest buddy out. The local multiplayer, which we talked about a little bit. Mm-hmm. And professional French, German, Spanish, and Italian translations, plus extra languages voted by backers. I'm assuming we'll probably get Japanese as one of them. Exclusive character designs from ex-Rare artists. So Kev the Kong Bayless and Ed Mumbo Jumbo Bryan, who do, they're just like wonderful artists who used to work on a bunch of old Rare games. They're going to be brought back in at £775,000. At £875,000, they're going to do 4 more local multiplayer games.
Yes.
And then at $1 million, they're going to bring in simultaneous Wii U, Xbox One, and PS4 release dates on day one alongside the PC and Mac, which I think is really smart because I think at this point, they're probably going to hit 400,000, 500,000 by the end of the first day. I feel like 1 million is definitely going to be hit by the end of the 46 days. Yeah. So having a simultaneously release in October is pretty cool. And Grant Kirkhope actually tweeted that the team is now scrambling to make new stretch goals because of the fact that they know they're going to hit that 1 million now.
Which is a good problem to have, by the way.
Yeah, it's definitely a good problem to have. And one of the other stretch goals that they're talking about is potentially adding amiibo support to the Wii U version of the game, which could be really, really cool.
Yeah, I really hope that happens. That would be awesome. That would definitely make the Wii U version stand out even more. So, yeah, I want that to happen big time. I'm going to make a prediction. Yeah. I'm going to predict that this Kickstarter actually goes beyond £5 million in the funding.
5 million.
Yeah, that's gonna be my prediction. It's a big one.
Make a safe bet. I'm gonna make a safe bet. I'm gonna say 3 million is what they're gonna pass.
Okay. I'm gonna go
because they hit 379 as of the time we're recording this video. So I feel like 3 million is assured.
Okay.
It's 5 million though. That's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, it is. But typically this kind of game would be like over $10-15 million by like an actual studio like Nintendo, for example. No,
that's true. That's true.
So I think that, I think they will get like about $10 million, $10 million because it'd be £5 million. So that would be around $10 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say it is a lot of money, but I feel like it's well-deserved money. I feel I have all my faith in this team. I have all my faith in the Platonics team. I'm sure they're going to do a good job. Some of the guys who are over there, like Grant, like I'm even Facebook friends with. So I love this game. I love the character designs. I love the music. I can't wait to see what they do with $5 million. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm hype.
Yeah, so am I. Oh my God. I mean, a lot of people might know that I've actually spoken a bit against Super Mario 3D World because I don't consider it a real 3D Mario adventure game. Right. I really want that. I want the big open world where, you just get to explore and discover things. And it's so disappointing that kind of game has died. And I don't even know why. Like, did they stop selling well? I don't think they did. People just stopped making them. So
I think it died when Microsoft bought Rare. I'm serious. I honestly feel like that's when because otherwise Rare in a perfect world would have stayed with Nintendo, made Banjo 3E for GameCube, done all this stuff, But I do honestly think it kind of died with them because as soon as Rare was purchased by Microsoft, you saw all these other companies going out there and making like 3D platformer kind of games with animal characters. Anybody remember Ty the Tasmanian Tiger by chance?
No. No,
so there were other companies. Yeah, there were other companies that made those types of games, but I feel like it just sort of died when Rare moved over to Microsoft and started working on avatars and Perfect Dark Zero and garbage like that. So
it's funny in the oh God, where did I hear this? Maybe you told me or something, but this is one of the designers at Rareware who made like the designs for Banjo and Kazooie and all that, and some of the biggest like character designs. Microsoft had him working on like T-shirts for soccer players in one of the new games.
Oh God!
So really good use of a lot of talent there.
Have you ever seen the episode of South Park where like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are raping Indiana Jones? Like I feel like I could just imagine like the guys at Xbox just over the corpse of this artist being like, "You are forced to make these soccer players or we'll whip you." Like
I don't even understand why Microsoft wants to own them. Like why does Microsoft want to own Rare? They're not even using like their strengths.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't matter anymore because Yooka-Laylee has come out.
Important people sort of like separated from them, and now they're making Yooka-Laylee. I really am.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited about this project. I cannot wait to play it. This is exactly the kind of game that I want, and I actually hope that this game inspires other developers, Nintendo including, to come back
Yes.
to this idea of the 3D platforming adventure game. Because, I mean, like, you talked about how you think that they died with Rare, but, like, what killed it in Nintendo? Because Nintendo doesn't even want to make them anymore.
Well, I think it's because they relied on Rare to sort of make them outside of the Mario games. I think
Right.
they kind of relied on Rare to be that studio for them.
Okay.
So like, yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play it. I don't know what to say beyond that.
Me too. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Do you want to go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you? Of course, the links are in the description, but
Sure. Yeah. So as always, you could find me everywhere. Rogers Base on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, everywhere. And additionally, exclusive for your channel, BitBlock.
okay.
You just got a big news exclusive.
Okay.
I just launched a new Gleam giveaway in which I am giving away for the month of May an entire complete set of Wave 4 amiibo. A complete set of Wave 4 amiibo and the Splatoon amiibo as well. So this doesn't include that silver Mario amiibo that's exclusive to Walmart because I'm not going to go searching for that, but I have my ways to get the Nintendo ones. So yeah, a full Wave 4 amiibo set I'm giving away for the month of May. There will be a link to that giveaway in the description below. You can enter by subscribing to Josh's channel, subscribing to my channel, doing a whole bunch of other things. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So good luck to all of you guys.
That is mighty generous of you. How many amiibo is that?
Let me see. It's Pac-Man, Ness, Robin, Lucina, Charizard, Greninja, Jigglypuff, Wario, and then the 3 Splatoon amiibo, so 11.
You are giving away 11 amiibo to one person?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
Exactly.
In the link below. All right.
you go.
Well, thank you very much for talking about Yooka-Laylee with me. I think everybody in the world is excited about this project. I can't wait to see what comes of it. Get hype. I want those amiibo. I want those
It should be a
Yooka-Laylee
blast. Oh, perfect. That's perfect.
Why didn't we just make a discussion with nothing but rare sound effects?
I don't know. We'll do it next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.